G Suite has three packages: Basic, Business and Enterprise. In this video, we will talk about which is the package which will best suit your needs, your company's needs, and the package which will give you the most return on investment for the value you have spent. I will also be telling you about a couple of very important features which are available on the enterprise version of G Suite and why it might be the best option for you to upgrade to G Suite Enterprise if you are already a G Suite customer. Further, I have some goodies loaded across this video, so stay tuned till the end of this video so that you don't miss any piece of this information. So let's get started. Now, G Suite Basic is something using which you would be able to start your journey to cloud and let go of your traditional servers and hosted emailing solutions which you had been using previously. Now, the moment you will transition to G Suite Basic, you can say goodbye to all the email troubles which you had, the delay in recipients receiving your emails being bounced, your IP addresses being blacklisted, and multiple other painful areas which you had when you were on these traditional emailing platforms. Now, G Suite Basic is not only an emailing platform, it is a business productivity suite. Now, when we talk about G Suite Business, it is the next step which somebody can take to their journey on cloud. When you talk about a normal office environment, you have a team, you have maybe a couple of people working with you. You might have a 10 user company, you might have a 500 user company, or maybe a 100,000 user company. Now, whenever we talk about a small scale organization or a large scale organization, we are not only talking about functions of your emailing infrastructure, but we are also talking about a file server and multiple other audit and compliance requirements which go around your ecosystem in an organization. Consider an employee is deleting some data and you want to look at it at a later stage without the employee knowing that you are monitoring the data trail which he has left, or something or the other happens. And if, for example, during this COVID situation, we are all working from home and suddenly something bad happens and that piece of information which was very critical to your company gets deleted. How do you control all these things? Now, it's very easy and simple with G Suite Business. G Suite Business, as the name suggests, it is built towards a growing organization and a business which needs control over its users, and it needs certain compliance requirements over and above which a company would get on G Suite Basic. So on business, what we have is something known as Google Vault, which will allow you to have a compliance repository built over and above your end users' data. And Google Vault is something which is going to take care of your email data as well as your Google Drive data, so that you don't have to worry about these unintentional deletions or intentional deletions by your staff for that matter. There is a function known as shared drives, or this was traditionally known as team drives, and this is something which is an add-on to that of Google Drive. Now, there is a very big difference between Google Drive and a shared drive. Let me explain what is that. Now, in Google Drive, whatever files and documents which a user will store is under the user's ownership, which would mean that if, for example, Jack is a user and he is storing files and documents in his Google Drive, it will remain under Jack's ownership. Now, consider Jack creates a folder and shares it with 10 of his team members, and each of the team member is uploading their own document and their own file. Eventually, each of the team member sees the folder which Jack had created and starts seeing the files and documents which have been consolidated into that specific folder. But is that solving the purpose? No. The reason is, whenever Jack and his team members are storing documents in that respective folder, the files and documents whichever they are uploading, it is under their ownership. Now, consider one of the team member plans to quit the company and his license has been recycled, wherein the user has been deleted. what would happen is all the content, all the data which was there at a user level is also deleted. And that folder would now have lesser files in it because the user who had previously contributed is now deleted, and along with the user deletion, all their files have also been deleted. Now the reason for this is the files and documents which are uploaded by the deleted user was under the ownership of that specific user and not of the company. The concept of shared drives is built towards having a central repository at a company level rather than at a user level. This is a very similar concept to that of a traditional file server, and shared drive is something which is trying to replace your traditional file servers with the modern technology of shared drives. In shared drives, you can give various permissions and restrictions to certain users who are allowed to add files, edit files, contribute to a certain folder, or you can even restrict who is the person who is able to delete files from that specific folder. So all in all, shared drive is your future to that file server technology which you have in your office. So if you go G Suite Business, you are not only going to benefit from that amazing email infrastructure which you have, but you can also replace your file server infrastructure with G Suite Business and shared drives, and you can benefit a lot from there. Because traditionally, you had to have a lot of IT resources, maintain and manage your file server and have a backup to it. If sometimes there is a power failure, your file server goes down, and especially during the COVID-19 situation, we all have seen that we had to be decentralized. We were traditionally coming and working out of the office, and suddenly we had to go back to our homes and start working from there. Now, in a traditional architecture wherein that file server is sitting in the office location, we had to connect using a VPN to our office so that the files can be accessed and it can be worked upon. In the new G Suite Business era, wherein you have shared drives, you can simply access those files and documents from the Google Cloud in a secure and safe manner and make use of that. G Suite Business also comes with unlimited storage. Now, I've just covered 3 of the most important features on G Suite Business. You have the Google Vault, you have the shared drives, you have the unlimited storage, but G Suite Business is not only that. You have multiple other features. Like in G Suite Business, you have the ability to speak to up to 150 participants over a Google Meet conversation. You have an element known as Cloud Search, which will help you search across all the applications within your G Suite package, like your Gmail, Calendar, Google Drive, shared drives. Everything can be searched using a single entity called Cloud Search, and many other features which are available. If you are currently on G Suite Basic, I would recommend it is time for you to move to G Suite Business, because G Suite Business is the best return on investment you can get from G Suite. If you're using other third-party applications for serving this purpose, maybe other cloud storage applications or any other solution or tool to have this particular requirement served, you can get it just by an upgrade on G Suite Business. And this is going to be a really valuable upgrade for you. If you need to upgrade to G Suite Business, do contact us at Gulf Infotech. You can simply send us an email on connect@gulfinfotech.com, and we might have some beautiful offers for helping you make that switch to G Suite Business. I had promised some goodies in this video, and here is the first one. Now, if you are on G Suite Basic, and if you still want to recover some emails which you might have deleted intentionally or unintentionally, you can still recover that for up to 20 days from the date of deletion. You can go into your admin center and click on the users section and select the user you want to restore the data from. You can also use the search bar on the top of your G Suite Admin Center, type in the username or name of that person and get into the user settings of that specific individual, and on the left side of your screen you see the button called Restore Data, and you just click on that. You select the date from which you want to restore the data and from which application do you want to restore it. You have an option of restoring it from your Gmail or your Google Drive. And the moment you select it, it takes some time. It takes about 24 hours for all the data to come back, but it's pretty quick. In my experience, it happens very quickly. The moment you select that, all the data comes back. Now this feature is really helpful because using this, you can recover all the data which was deleted, sometimes unintentionally, sometimes intentionally, and sometimes because of a third-party application. I have had a scenario in the past wherein one of my customers, they came to me and they mentioned to me that suddenly I don't see any emails in my mailbox. And I was surprised. I came to know that he had configured Gmail using a third-party application, and that third-party application had some issues which wiped out the entire mailbox for that user. And that user was a critical employee in the company, and all the data which he had was really important. And using this particular feature of restoring data, we were able to get back all his data back into the mailbox in the same way he had it before the deletion. This saved him from a lot of pain and a lot of difficulties in getting the data back, and that is one of the reasons why I love G Suite. Now let's head over to G Suite Enterprise. G Suite Enterprise is the most futuristic package within the G Suite line of products between Basic, Business, and Enterprise. What are the differences? What are the features? That's what I'm going to tell you now. Now, Enterprise has all the features and facilities of Basic and Business. However, it is more towards compliance, restrictions, controls, and whatever additional security filters and security features you would need to control and manage an enterprise company. Now, an enterprise company is not only somebody who is maybe a 50,000 user organization or a 100,000 user organization. An enterprise company can be any company, even the smallest of smallest companies, maybe even a 5-user company or maybe even a 100-user company. But that company who has a lot of requirements on compliance, on security, DLP requirements that data should not be leaked via a shared file or a link, and various other features. So Enterprise is built towards delivering these requirements to any organization. Now, one of the features I would like to talk about first is known as context-aware access. Now, sometimes you want to control where your users are accessing information from. Now, G Suite, being a business productivity suite, it has all your information which is important for you to grow your business to the next level, for you to be productive, for you to be efficient, and for you to make your work happen. And when you want to make your work happen, sometimes you want to control it. Sometimes you want to restrict that my employee should only use the official company data from the laptop I have given him, the company has extended or given to the employee. It should not be accessed from maybe a public computer or from other computers which are not secured or controlled. And these are the restrictions which some companies want to enforce over a user. Context-aware access does just that. You can do an IP-based restriction, you can do a MAC-based restriction, you can do a geographical restriction, and similar other lines of restrictions can be built over context-aware access. In Enterprise, you also have another feature known as the Security Center. Now, in the Security Center, you can do multiple permutations and combinations around that of security. For example, you have your company information on shared drive, or maybe a user has it on Google Drive. And by mistake, the user has made all the files available on the internet just with a link, accessible to anyone with a link. How do you identify that? For you to identify that, you can simply go into the Security Center and do a rule saying that list all files which are accessible to anyone with a link, and immediately you will get a list of all the files which are accessible to anyone with a link. And using the Security Center, you can select all these files with a single click and disable that sharing permission on the files in a bulk manner. Isn't that amazing feature? That feature does not only limit itself to Google Drive, it is also available on Gmail. Consider there is an email which has been received by all your employees, and you don't want any one of them to read that email because it has very sensitive information in it, or information which you don't want people to know. And you need to suddenly delete this mail from all the users' mailbox in a single click. How do you do that? Now, traditionally, you would have to log into each and every mailbox and delete it manually. Now, that is a very tedious process, and that is like, it's illogical to access everyone's mailbox and delete it one by one, and it is also breach of privacy. In G Suite Enterprise, what you can do is, using the Security Center, you can identify that email and delete it from all the mailboxes in a single click. Now, these features are all an administrator only feature, and this is not something which any user can just go in and start playing with. This is all controlled by the administrator, and these are all very protected features to be used in the time of need. And this is something using which you can achieve a lot of control in your organization. Now, G Suite Enterprise also comes with something known as Cloud Identity Premium, and that is something using which you would be able to connect your other third-party cloud applications and use Google's identity, Google's single sign-on, to access all the other third-party cloud applications. Now, today in 2020, we have an average of 3 cloud applications per organization. We might have a G Suite, or we might have another CRM application, or we might have a marketing tool, a marketing application, and likes of those. Now, if you want to connect these applications together with G Suite and control everything, you have it with Cloud Identity Premium. Now, what is the advantage of connecting the applications with one another using Google's identity as the primary mode of identity? Now, for example, somebody is leaving your organization. You can simply disable the user from the G Suite admin console, and the access for that employee, for that user, is disabled for the other applications connected to him via Cloud Identity Premium. This reduces a lot of difficulties in managing access to multiple applications, and when you are a growing company, you will have more and more applications, and sometimes you might forget to disable access for a ex-employee from a certain application, and you're just opening up that data set to that employee. If you have connected everything using the Cloud Identity Premium, you can simply disable access to all the applications with a single click. So that's how simple it is to disable access through Cloud Identity Premium. Now again, G Suite Enterprise is not only limited to controls, it has also multiple features around it. Now, for example, Google Meet, you can have up to 250 participants on a Google Meet conversation on G Suite Enterprise. Further, you would also be able to have the recording capabilities, and this is the real cloud recording which G Suite is giving you, so that when you're having a conversation, the recording gets saved to the cloud automatically. Now, a new feature which has come on Google Meet for G Suite Enterprise is noise cancellation. Again, during the COVID-19 situation, we are all working from home, and people are talking around us, children are shouting, they are playing around us, and there is all sorts of noise which is happening around us. And with this noise cancelling feature of Google Meet, you can have a lot of noise behind you, but the person who's listening to you, they would get the best of your communication passed on to them, and all the background noise would be cancelled. Isn't that amazing? These are features which you get on G Suite Enterprise. As I mentioned earlier, while I was talking about G Suite Business, we have amazing offers for you to upgrade from Basic to Enterprise or Business to Enterprise. So if you feel that your organization can benefit from any of the G Suite Enterprise features, you can feel free to reach out to me on connect@gulfinfotech.com, and I would be happy to set up a one-on-one call with you so that I can take you through all the features in much more detail for G Suite Basic, Business, or Enterprise, and help you identify the real return on investment using the G Suite application set. It's time for the second goodie of this video. G Suite, as I say, is a suite of applications. Now, one of the applications which many people don't know about and which many people don't use is Google Keep. Now, Google Keep allows you to take down notes, create checklists, and helps you manage your tasks much more efficiently and easily. You can also link an email to Google Keep so that you can use it as a cross-reference, and that is also a very amazing feature on Google Keep. If you have any other tips or goodies you would like to share with me, feel free to put it up in the comment section below, and I would be happy to go through them. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the like button on this video, and share this video with anyone who is thinking about upgrading to G Suite or considering their move towards G Suite as their business productivity platform. Stay safe, take care, and see you in the next one.